Hi everyone, today I've got a full face of brand new products to share with you. So I've got the brand new palette from Natasha Denona, brand new mascara from Maybelline, new foundation from Dior. I've got loads to share with you. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, please do keep on watching. So the only products that I don't have anything of are eyebrows and powder. Everything that I use today or have used on my face will be linked in the description box below. Just pop some eye primer on. While I wait for that to just dry down a little bit, I'm gonna actually start with lips. And this is a new product from Wonderskin, and this is the only gifted product in this video. So this is their lip rehab oil. I absolutely love this. I don't really understand this product fully, but let me tell you a little bit about it. So this claims to be unlike any lip oil that you've ever used before. So it provides intense moisture and protective antioxidants. It contains highly refined shea butter, a complex of ultra hydrating and protecting ingredients such as avocado oil, jojoba oil, vitamin E and apricot oil. This actually comes in two options, a clear and kissed. Now, this shade which they've sent me, which is kissed, I thought I was just applying a clear lip oil, but actually this has a pH activated colour. The innovative formula instantly reacts to your skin's chemistry, resulting in a beautiful pink flush of colour which is long wearing and unique to you. I want to pop it on now so that you can see how it develops, and then at the end all I'm going to do is top it off with a lip liner. I've got some new lip liners from Maybelline to show you, so I'm going to show you them together. It looks clear. So that's just to show you how clear it is when it goes on, and then it does actually change. And the most important thing is it feels incredible. I've been wearing this so much recently. I really like it. It's a great alternative to lipstick, and it's probably the best lip oil I've ever tried. So you can see my lips have no colour, and there's no colour that's gone onto my lips there. And you will just see now in the next few minutes how my lips will actually change colour. And I think that my lips go quite a vibrant pink because of my olive skin. It's not sticky, it feels absolutely gorgeous. So this retails for about £18 sterling. Can you see my lips changing colour? It's crazy. I would just want to say a big thank you to Wonderskin, because I am a teeny tiny microscopic creator here on YouTube, and I just want to say how much I really appreciate them supporting smaller creators on the platform, because it really does mean a lot. Really love this top tier product. We're going to dive in now to the palette by Natasha Denona. This is the I Need a Warm palette. It's been out for a good few weeks now. I have been using this almost on a daily basis. This retails for £64, which is a lot of money, but I was a massive fan of the I Need a Nude palette, and I'll pop them side by side so you can see the similarities and differences. If you are looking for something that is completely different to the I Need a Nude, is very cool toned. I would describe this as, I wouldn't say it's a completely warm palette. I would say there's quite a lot of neutral in this palette. I have been enjoying this. I think it's really nice. I will include swatches probably now. I think this is an absolutely perfect everyday palette. I think it's great for work. It's great for just on the go school run. You can go in with just one of these shimmery shades all over the lid. If you like Natasha Denona, you're never going to fail in getting quality in her palettes. I'm just going to start sticking this on my eyes, by the way. Just going to go for something really simple. I'm just going to go in with the shade Ripe first. So my friend asked me whether it was worth getting, and I guess my answer is I wouldn't really be running out to buy it, to purchase it. I knew that it was a colour story that was up my street. I think this is a nice palette. I think if you can pick it up for a discount, if you can get a discount code, there's so many of them flying around, or if you can get this for a present, a gift for Christmas, I think it's nice. But I would imagine you probably already have something like this in your drawer already. It's lovely though, and the formulas are absolutely gorgeous, and I will use this. I'll use it to death. You know, they're so pigmented, they kind of blend themselves. That's exactly what you're paying for with palettes from Natasha Denona. That's what you're paying for. I'm just going to pop into this one here, which is Further. I didn't tell you any of the brushes that I used there. I'm not on the ball today, am I? Nope. I'm going in with a small brush. This is the 211 from BK Beauty, and I'm going in with this kind of cream powder matte, and I'm just going to pop a little bit on the outer corner. It's just so dreamy to blend. It really is. It doesn't feel creamy, but it kind of blends as easy as what a cream would. I think I'm going to go in with Snug. It's described as a metal gloss soft bronze. It's really nice. I mean, the payoff, it's so immediate. You don't have to faff around with these eyeshadows. They just do the work themselves. This kind of eye look would be such a go-to for me. I am not the most exciting or adventurous at all when it comes to eyeshadows. So I guess this palette is made for somebody like me. Somebody who isn't too adventurous, who just likes easy eyeshadow, easy eye look, something that you can wear in the day or through to the night. It's made for me. Then I'm going to go in with this top shade, which is Fancy, and I'm just going to pop it on the inner corner. I don't get much fallout at all. And just to finish off, I'm going to go in with this one here, which is Homey, which I really love. It's just a topper, and I'm just going to pop it on the bottom there, just in the middle. It's actually a really lovely shade just to wear all over the lid. And then I'm just going to dip into this one and this one and just bring it under the lash line a bit. I like to finish off my eyes last after my concealer, but I'll just bring a little bit under the lash line. And then I'm picking up my favorite little Sigma brush. This is the Sigma EO6. And I am going to take that creamy shadow again, and I'm just going to flick it out at the side. I'm not doing a wing. Just going to bring it out just a little bit. Just be careful when you're dipping into the creamy matte, because it is very soft and you will pick up more than what you think you're picking up on the brush. All right, so nice and easy, really nice and easy eye look. I am going to clean up the sides when I do the concealer. Look, this palette is absolutely lovely. It's Natasha Denona quality. It is expensive though, and do you need it? No, you don't need it. I'm pretty sure you've probably got 5 palettes like this in your drawer already. If you haven't though, and you are looking to have a little splurge to replace your current existing nude, neutral, warm palette, then this would be an amazing option. I think it will last forever. Does it have the versatility of the I Need a Nude palette? No, it doesn't. Although the I Need a Nude has some great everyday shades on there, I am more drawn towards warmth on a daily basis, and when I want something extra, I go for my I Need a Nude. Really, really nice and easy palette, but you don't desperately need it. Moving on now to a new mascara from Maybelline, and this is the Maybelline Firework mascara. So this is how the brush looks. You can see from the brush there, it's very, very wet formula, and it has a very, very, very flexible brush. In my opinion, too flexible. So this retails for about £12.99. Let's call it 13 quid. It's designed to deliver a 360 lash by lash impact for a full flare finish. Our innovative Super Spark brush, featuring bristles arranged in a unique spiral firework pattern, captures and lifts each lash, propelling them upwards. It's supposed to be smudge free and last up to 24 hours. I saw someone on Reddit say that this was a tubing mascara. I can't see any evidence of it being a tubing mascara. It doesn't talk about polymers anywhere. So I don't know. If you know, can you confirm, is this a tubing mascara? It doesn't feel like one to me. But let me do one eye. I'll speed this bit up. So there's one quick coat. I think if you are the type of person that just needs a little bit of length, and nothing too dramatic, nothing volumizing, then this is a great mascara for that. I miss the volume. It doesn't dry down too quickly, which is another thing that makes me think it's not a tubey mascara. It doesn't dry down rapidly, so you can go back in if you want with other coats. Shall we even them up? All right, so that's both sides done. So the positives of this, it's a very, very lightweight mascara and it feels very weightless on the lashes. I will say that it definitely lives up to the claims of not transferring and not smudging. I feel like it gives your lashes great hold all day long. And another thing I'll say for this mascara, when you make a mistake, you get it on your lid, get it on your face, it is so easy to remove, really easy. It just comes off straight away, which is such a bonus. And I think that this is a mascara where you could go in with 2, 3, even 4 coats and it would still look fine. I don't think it would get clumpy. The only things I don't like about it are the super flexible wand. It's just not for me. It doesn't cling on to every single lash. So I find that it is a little bit harder work than normal for me. Although it gives a really nice amount of length, even to my lashes, it doesn't give a great amount of volume. So that's a little bit on the disappointing side. Yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't be replacing my Sky High with it. If I was to recommend a mascara for you from Maybelline, I would be saying go and get the Sky High, because that is really, really good and in my opinion much better than this one. I would usually go on to concealer next, but I want to show you this product all on its own on my skin, and this is the brand new Dior Forever foundation stick and it retails for £48, and for that you get 10 grams of product. I have this in the shade 2.5N neutral. So this is what it looks like. It's actually a really good match to me, and that's 2.5N. Very good shade match for me. Took me ages to pick this up because it wasn't available in Ireland for some reason, only in the UK. Annoying. One of my beautiful subscribers did request this. I would love to mention her by name, but I don't know her name because her name doesn't show up on YouTube. But you know who you are. She is a subscriber from Australia and she's a great support to me. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. So I have been wearing this. I'd say now this is my 3rd week of wearing this on and off. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you today, and then I will show you some footage of some of the wear tests that I have done. This isn't normally a foundation that I would ordinarily go for because it's in stick form. I do have other stick foundations, so I have the Tom Ford, which I think is now discontinued. Beautiful foundation, really gorgeous. You do get more product with the Tom Ford. I think if I was to compare them, I'd say this is definitely more emollient. I think it is a better foundation in my opinion. I definitely want to reach for this more than what I do the Tom Ford. So the claims of this foundation, it claims to give a natural blurred finish and provide 24 hours of wear and hydration. This foundation stick delivers a perfect blurring filter effect and humidity resistant wear. And it's actually a multi-use foundation stick, so you can use it under your eyes. And with the first bit of footage I will show you, I did use it under my eyes as well, and I'll tell you what I think about that. I did want to mention that this foundation is full of waxes and full of oils, and that's what makes it emollient. If you're used to using liquid foundations, I think you'd find the transition to a stick foundation a little bit odd in some way. Not a bad odd, just different. It feels very creamy. It feels buttery. That's how I would describe this foundation, buttery. But I will pop the ingredients on the screen for you to have a look at. So it's worthwhile having a look through that list because there is so much in this to see whether you think they will suit your skin type. So I'll do one side and show you what it looks like. I also did test this with my new favorite primer from Huda Beauty. I'll show you what that looks like too. Literally, it feels like butter. Genuinely. So I kind of just stripe it down a little bit. Just going in with my BK Beauty 101 brush, and I just want you to watch how this blends. It just blends. I've never used anything like this in my life. I mean, you don't have to do a single thing to it. I barely touched my skin. All I have on my face, by the way, is my normal base, which is firming serum. I have my moisturizer, my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I haven't got a primer on. So just blend this out. So that's how it looks. That's one side done. And none. One thing I will say about this foundation, which you have to be aware of, is the fragrance. I mean, if you've used Dior before, you're going to know what the fragrance is. It's their signature scent. And if you hate fragrance, then skip this. Don't even consider it because it's very, very strong. Once it settles on the skin, I can't smell it then, but it's there. Okay, it's there and you can't miss it. If you're sensitive to the fragrance, you're gonna hate this, so give it a miss. It really is gorgeous, but the one thing I will say that no matter how many times I have worn this, I do feel like there is a little bit of pore enhancing, and I think that is just because it's a cream product. But I do only get it in this area, and it's not terrible. However, on the rest of my face, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. But let's get it on the other side. Again, you can see there, can you see where I have just, there now, can you see where it's literally just emphasized on my pores? I know I have to blend it out, but it does emphasize pores a little bit. It's the formula. If you blend it out, it's obviously not as bad, but it's still there. It is still there. Okay, so let's just look at how I mean, it's dreamy. It's dreamy for blending. Oh gosh, I feel like you are a bit of a novice with foundation if you think that it takes you too much time. You need to look at something like this. I've never had something that is just so easy to use. So there we go. That's how it looks. Nothing under my eyes still. I think it does give that natural finish, and my beautiful subscriber did ask whether it oxidizes, and I can confirm there is no oxidizing at all with this foundation stick. None. I've not experienced any, and usually I would notice, and I have been testing this out for weeks. I think it's very flattering for mature skin. There's no emphasizing of other bits of texture, no sitting into lines or wrinkles. Let's just have a look at a little before and after of the foundation. This is made for busy people who don't have the time to sit and mess around with liquid foundation, blending it out. This is for someone who wants ease in the morning, who wants to whack on their makeup and it takes seconds, and you can use it under your eyes as well. So I'll just show you a little bit of wear test footage that I have recorded. This is a day when I wore it all over my face, including under my eyes, and I think it looks really good. Obviously, I do think there is a bit of pore enhancing there, but I don't think it's anything too noticeable. I liked it as the day went on. I think by the end of the day, after 12 hours, it had worn away expectedly, but I still think it looked really good. I don't love it for concealing under my eyes. It did kind of sit into my fine lines. And on this day, I wore it with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. And I think it did help with the pores a little bit, but it kind of mattified the foundation too much for me. So I did prefer it without the primer underneath. It definitely feels lovely. It feels hydrating. It's a really beautiful, unique formula. I don't think it's for everybody, but it is still really beautiful. A splurgy item, but definitely one if you want to save time and you want a really beautiful complexion. Concealer, I already have done a video on this. This is the new MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. I'm not going to babble on too much about this because I have a complete dedicated video to it, which is here, and I know some of you will have already watched it. I didn't have another new concealer. I really want the Westman Atelier one, which I am going to get. I just need to get it. I've just had so many new makeup releases recently that I've been trying to manage them all. and not doing a very good job, to be honest. This concealer I have in the shade NC17. If you will have watched the video, you'll know that I think it does a great job at concealing under eye hollows, like a really good job, but I've just not gelled with this concealer. I've had a few problems with it. It contains quite a few skincare ingredients, such as niacinamide, and I just don't think that they've been working well with my normal serum, and I found it to be quite drying under my eyes. I haven't loved it, but I'm not going to jabber on too much about it because I know that you can just go and watch that other video. So I don't want to repeat myself too much. I just find that it just gets a little bit dry as the day goes on, and I actually thought that it would be hydrating. I thought that it would be more hydrating than it is. Another thing that I don't love about this concealer is the fact that it does contain light reflective particles. It does. You have to look for them, but they're there. Yeah, I mean, it's already looking dry. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this concealer. Don't know. Before I put any bronzer on, that's the complexion. I really do like that base. Well, I don't love the concealer. Concealer is dry. I don't know how many chances I need to give this matte concealer. Doesn't like me at all. This I've already talked about, but I don't have another new bronzer. This is Catrice. This face palette is like £7. It's so affordable. And I tested these out when I reviewed the new Catrice foundation. So I will link that video up here for you. You get 2 bronzers, you get 2 blushes, and you get 2 highlighters at the end there. I'm not the biggest fan of the highlighters, but these for bronze and the blush, love. So I'm just going to dab in, and I just find them really natural. Oh, this is my BK Beauty A507. And it's a very natural finish to the bronzer. There's no shimmer in it. I'm just such a big fan. These cream products that I've got on my face just work so beautifully together. I just love them. I'm just such a fan. You don't have to be spending a fortune on makeup for it to be good. And this, picking up all of these shades for just £7, it's just a steal in my eyes. We have a new blush now from Morphe. This is one of their new liquid blushes. This is the Hot Shot Blush Drops from Morphe, and this comes in 5 shades. I have the shade That Girl. So this claims to be a buildable blush colour with a water weight formula, antioxidant rich formula, and leaves you with a natural finish, and I would definitely agree with that. So as with any liquids, just make sure you give it a shake. Basically just twist the cap and you have a little dropper here. I don't love the dropper. I don't love it because I never really know how much to apply. This is the shade That Girl. Now it's a soft cool pink, but it kind of comes out a little bit lavender on me. Let me just blend that out so you can see. So that's what it looks like blended out. So I'm going in with my clean Refa 04, and I may as well just dip into what's there now. Because it's a natural finish, it doesn't emphasize any texture. Go in handy with liquid blushes. You can always build them up, but you know, it's harder to take product away. I mean, not as hard with liquid blush, but I think just start small. So yeah, just a very natural finish with the blush. I don't think I said how much it was. This retails for £14, which I think is expensive. I think it's expensive for what is supposed to be a drugstore brand, but Morphe have always been kind of on that fence, haven't they, between drugstore and creeping in to higher end. So yeah, I do really like the blush. I think it's really, really pretty. It looks a little bit more dewy today on me because I have the cream foundation underneath. It's a very buildable formula. It can be very sheer, and I think this is more of a sheer wash today. I think that it will allow whatever your base product is to kind of come through a little bit. It is a very, very lightweight formula. I really need to set my under eyes. I'm going to do it with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. My under eyes are looking so dry. Every time I use this concealer, I think it's going to be different. It's not. It's still dry. As I said, I don't have a new powder, but I'm just going to pop a little bit of my Florasis Pet Powder in my T-zone just to take down the shine of the lights a little bit. But I actually don't feel like with this foundation that I need to powder. I think it's really nice just on its own. And the longevity of it is really, really good. All right, last but not least, I have some lip liners to show you. These are from Maybelline, and I'm going to say something very, very bold right now. I think these are some of the best lip liners I've ever used in my whole entire life. And these are the Maybelline Lifter Lip Liners with hyaluronic acid. They are $6.99 each. I have picked up 3 so far, but I do intend on picking up all of them. They are so creamy, they glide on so effortlessly, and they stay all day. I just love them. So I'll just show you the shades that I have. So from top to bottom, we have Line Leader at the top, Out of Line in the middle, and at the bottom we have On It. Today I'm actually going to go in with Line Leader, and you can use these all over the lips comfortably if that's what you would like to do. And I'm not going to go in with lipstick. I'm going to go back in with my Wonderskin Lip Oil and just top it. So I'm going to insert some daylight footage of my face right now so that you can see exactly how everything is looking. I would call that a full face of the easiest makeup ever. I think if I was to break this down and if I was to say which products I think you could probably pass on, I would say quite emphatically the concealer. I know I've not spoken about it too much in this video because we don't want this video to be a million years long, and I've already reviewed it on the channel. It's just so drying, and yeah, it's not the one for me. I explained that in the video, so if you are considering this concealer, I would suggest going to check that out. I think you could probably pass on the Natasha Denona palette. There's nothing wrong with it. I love it. I love it for every day. But do you need to spend 64 quid or whatever it is? If you already have that colour story in your collection already, then the answer is no. You don't need to rush out and get it. It's not going to change your life. It's just not hugely versatile. It hasn't bowled me over, but then again, I didn't really expect it to. Now for my favourites, I have to say the foundation is absolutely stunning. I think it's really natural looking. I think the fragrance lets it down. I think the fact that it can sit in 2 pores does let it down a little bit. And I would expect more for the price, but you're paying for Dior. That's what you're paying for. If you want a product that you don't have to think about, that pretty much will blend itself, this is the foundation for you. It's really, really lovely. The lip oil by Wonderskin. I've had it on my lips this whole time. I love it. How it looks on me is not necessarily how it's going to look on you. Don't understand the science behind it. It's my absolute favorite lip oil of all time. It's not sticky, it's very hydrating, it's nourishing, and not only that, it gives me such a lovely colour to the lips. I love it. And these lip liners, they are so good. They are so, so good, and they often do I notice at drugstores 3 for 2. They're the best lip liners ever, and I have lip liners from all price points. I do love the e.l.f. cream glide lip liners, or whatever they're called. They're £3. They are an absolute steal. They're gorgeous. These are better. So if you love lip liners or you want to dip into lip liners, check these out. They have a great shade range, and I will be very surprised if you do not find a shade that you love. Okay, I think we're done for this video. If you got this far, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. If there is anything that you would like to see me cover in the next few weeks, please do get in touch. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, take care and bye for now.